I'm gonna be camping in the snow without a tent for the next 3 days.
be building survival shelters, sleeping under animal hides, making bushcraft projects next to the fire, and cooking amazing food.
Well, we've had a really weird winter here in Alaska. It's been cold, then hot, then cold again.
I got myself pretty wet. Looks like there's a little ditch or creek here.
Been driving around for about 2.5 hours. I think it's about time to look for a place to camp. It's going to be pitch black by 4 p.m. today. I have about an hour and a half before sunset.
There's an invasive beetle called the Japanese spruce bark beetle, and it's wiping out a lot of the spruce trees in this area. Seems like a lot of wood, but it's not. Gotta get a fire going and dry my pants off. We place the frozen wood here in the drying circle. The heat pushes the moisture out, creating this steam, and gets the wood ready to burn efficiently. Just looked at my clock and it's 7:30. So just about 5 hours to cut down all these trees and build this shelter. There we go, I brought some caribou hides to sleep on. Tell you what, I really like these heat reflectors. When you build a wall behind your fire, it absorbs the heat of the fire and then reflects it back towards you. For dinner, I've got moose fajitas. I prepped up all the meat and seasonings, and now just gonna put it in the pot of boiling water. Moose fajita with a little bit of guacamole. Oh, I'm hungry. No water for dishes, just Just grab a handful of snow and scrub hard. It pulls the grease right off, leaving it spotless for tomorrow. Nothing beats a hot drink when it's this cold out. Absolutely perfect. I'm gonna sit here and eat some chocolate covered almonds and dry my boots out. All right, it's time to cuddle up with my buffalo hide, go to sleep. All right guys, I'll see you in the morning. Hey, good morning. That oatmeal really hits the spot on a morning like this. It's about 9:30 in the morning. Sun's gonna rise in about 45 minutes. This thatching only does a marginal job, but once you get a little bit of snow on top of it, then it's absolutely airtight. Now that I got the shelter built, I don't think it's really necessary, the extra logs, so I'm going to use that for my firewood tonight. A friend of mine gave me these hot dogs. I think they're made out of caribou. Excited to try them out. A new little project. I want to build a cooking griddle. So for dinner, I got something special. I got king crab legs. Nothing beats a hot meal by the fire when it's this cold. Simple ingredients, but incredibly satisfying. Oh, my back. I feel like I was run over by a truck. Oh, but I'm warm. Good night. I'm just gonna listen to my audiobook now. When it get really cold, my key truck freezes up and won't start. Oh, and hopefully it'll start up on me. Ah, sure is nice when things work. Hello, my name is Luke Nichols, and this is the My Life Outdoors YouTube channel. And no, you're not imagining things. This is NOT, my YouTube channel. Some of you guys may have heard that Steven's wife was recently diagnosed with cancer. So right now, Steven's got a lot on his plate, taking care of his wife and his 4 kids. So I thought I might step in and do a little YouTube video for him so he can worry about one thing at a time. And so here I am. And I'm gonna be sleeping in the middle of a snowstorm. I've got about 2 hours to build a shelter and firewood. Oh, and because this is Steven's channel, I will be doing a little bit of gear review along the way. So come along for the ride. It's gonna be a good time.
Your destination is on the left.
Man, I am getting a late start today. It's almost 2 o'clock and the sun's gonna set at 4. Conditions are worsening rapidly. I'm not sure we're gonna make it. We need to find cover soon. Give the ice the old stomp test. The ice on creeks is really unpredictable. Some places it'll be feet thick and other places it'll be super thin. You just kind of don't know. Oh, look at this. There's an otter right there. See him? Hey, little guy. Look at him. He's scooting on his belly right there. You can see where the water's punched up through the ice and is flowing across the top of the ice. Sketchy stuff, man. We don't want to be over there. The creek's getting really close to frozen over. Whoa, whoa. I can tell right now that there's no dignified way to get down this hill. I've burned up a lot of time. It's getting close to sunset. I need to release to camp. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, look at that. I like this root wall. You can see where a big birch tree just tipped over and its roots pulled up and made this wall of dirt. It's a great place to build your shelter. One, because it's a wall that I don't have to make. Another nice part is that area underneath the root ball. You know, that's bare ground. And you can look at it and see what kind of dirt it is. It's a lot of clay and rocks. And birch trees don't grow in swamps. So I know if I build a fire here, it's not gonna thaw out a swamp and turn into a mud hole. There's just tons of dead wood around here, so plenty of fuel for a fire and materials for my shelter. Well, in honor of Steven, I thought I would do a little bit of gear review while I camp. If you guys are looking for a camp saw, hands down the best one on the market is the Agawa. This is the Boreal. They're just indestructible, high quality saws. I've had this thing for years. I only need to change the saw blade about once every year or two. There's a number of copycats out there now, but this is the original. It's the best. It's hard to emphasize how much of a time crunch I'm in right now. I've got about 2.5 hours before it's dark. So in the next 2 hours, I need to cut enough wood to build my shelter and supply my fire to keep me warm all night long. So what I do is I just gather all the wood I can, throw it in a pile near the shelter, and that usually lasts me the night. And then if the sun goes down on me, I can sit there and work on it next to the fire instead of wandering around in the dark looking for trees I can't see. There's a lot of dead birch here. Birch trees burn a lot hotter and longer than spruce trees, so I'll need much less birch firewood than I would spruce. Tree came down and knocked my glasses off. They're somewhere down here, I think. There they are. Man, they were really buried. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put them in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna put Well, the birch trees will make good firewood, but I need the spruce trees for my structure. Gonna go through and knock all the limbs off the poles. The limbs and scrap pieces go on the fire. The parts I'm gonna use to build my shelter, I lean up against the root ball, let those dry next to the fire so they're nice and warm and dry. The key here is layering. The denser the insulation, the warmer the shelter will be. Tell you what, guys, it's getting dark quick. I need to put some vigor in my step. I need to get a fire going. It's getting dark. Barely dusk and the temperature is already dropping fast. We need more wood on that fire if we want to make it through the night. See how it crumbles? That white wax inside is the key to getting this wet wood started. Wrap the cotton firmly around the tip, ensuring a good grip. Now smear the wax deep into the fibers. Come on, just a little shake. Ah, perfect. That'll keep us warm. Key to staying warm is understanding thermal mass. This root ball and the stones around the fire absorb the heat all day. By driving the heat down, we create a thermal mass. Now feel how that warmth radiates back up. When it comes down to it, you need reliable shelter. This root system gives us the best chance against the cold tonight. Ah, finally. Akutak. That looks good. Ah, that is cold. But wow, that's good. This is akutak, or Eskimo ice cream. A vital source of energy when the winter knives grow long. So for akutak, you need 4 main things: berries, rendered fat, a little sugar, and snow. Then you just whip it all together until it's fluffy. Nothing beats a hot meal by the fire, especially when you're facing a night this cold.
That should be warm enough. My back is absolutely killing me. I can't keep sleeping on the ground like this. Oh God, that puckers you right up. But wow, that's refreshing. Oh yeah, this is much better. Definitely an improvement. See the rebound on that? It springs right back up, giving you incredible insulation from the cold ground, and the support on your back is surprisingly comfortable. Green bows like these are too damp to catch quickly. It's a safe way to insulate your shelter, even right next to the fire. Now this is what I call insulation. This silverized nylon reflects 90% of the heat right back at the shelter. Crucial for a cold night like this. Now that we're set up by the root ball, the main goal is to break down this birch with the folding saw. It's crucial for keeping the fire going all night. Root ball acts as a perfect thermal mass, reflecting all that heat right back into the shelter. It also completely blocks the wind. One of the standout features of this pack is definitely the material. It's lightweight, but as you can see, incredibly tough. And look at this seam. The way they've triple stitched this Dyneema is why this pack holds up so well in the field. This snow is perfect, nice and dense. That should give us about a liter once it's packed down. There we go. Settle in there. That should start melting quickly. Tonight we've got a fantastic spread. This beautiful moose steak, some hearty potatoes, and this jar of smoked salmon right here. This right here is the ultimate survival superfood. We call it the pork fat ball, packed with calories and essential herbs. This is the pork fat ball. We hang it close to the fire, allowing the heat to slowly release the oils and the flavor of the herbs. Smells absolutely amazing. By rendering the fat and mixing it with dried meat or berries, you create a calorie-dense food source that won't spoil. It's all about controlling the moisture.
Alright, carefully opening the flour now. We need every last bit for the bannock bread tonight. Pour the steaming water directly into the flour, then seal it quickly. Now you just knead it thoroughly right in the bag until it forms a ball. Nice and cozy. We'll have bread in the morning. These are essential for flavor out here. I've got a few packets of salt, and these darker ones are the pepper. The key to the spice packet hack is keeping them dry. Once you're done, just slip it right into your pocket like this. Easy access for the next meal. So this is the steel pan we'll be using. It's incredibly durable. Just listen to that resonance and look at this seasoning. Alright guys, this stew is absolutely incredible. Definitely a must try for the trail. That is surprisingly good. I did not expect that. For the next few nights, I'm picturing a hearty rabbit stew. Slow cooked over the fire, it's going to be incredible. That is good. The insulation on these is incredible, and as you can see, the reinforced rubber sole really stands up to the elements. I want to highlight the toe cap first. I've put these through a lot, and as you can see, they hold up. The grip on this terrain is also excellent.